Here is another example of a C++ program. So the program is to display the addition of any three integer numbers. Students, already we had done one program to display the addition of two numbers where we have fixed the value. But in this question, any three integer numbers. So the value is not fixed. We have to take the value during the runtime of the program. Okay, so this is the difference. This is our general program. Normally we do this type of programs. Normally we do this generalized program only. Okay, so I told you that the declaration of a variable is a compulsory steps, but the initialization of a variable is not a compulsory steps. It depends upon the program. If in your program, if the values are given, then you have to declare the variable in the, or you have to initialize the variable in the declaration steps. Okay, but here no values has been given, so we have to take the values from the keyboard. Okay, so let's start the program. So you can compare the steps also. First step is include conio.h. Next step include #include iostream.h. Then void main function start, bracket start, clear screen for clearing the screen. Then int a, b, c and add. See here, I have taken 4 variables. Why? Because 3 variables is used for storing 3 numbers and it is integer numbers. That's why I have taken the data type as int. Okay, because it is given in your question. But if it is given that addition of any 3 real numbers, then you have to take it as float data type. Okay, integer is without decimal numbers and float is with decimal numbers. You remember these things. So declaration part is very important. So already in your question it has mentioned that it is integer numbers. That's why I have taken int data type and 3 variables for storing the 3 numbers and 1 variables that I have taken as add for storing the result. So before writing the program, you have to decide how many variables you need to declare. Okay, so here I need 4 variables, 3 variables for storing 3 numbers and 1 variable for storing the result. You can take any kind of variable name. Okay, I have told you already how can you take the variables names. I have given you the rules also. You can apply those rules and you can use any kind of variable names. You can take xyz result, you can take num1, num2, num3, etc. Whatever you want, you can take your name as a variable name also. Okay, so after declaring the variables, now next step is to enter the first number with the help of the cout operator. Okay, this is not operator actually, it's cout object. Okay, so cout object is always used for display any kind of statement. So here if you don't write cout, then you cannot see any statement. So for when you write generalized program, it is better to write the statement sequentially or serially. So first we have to take the first number. So you write enter the first number, or you can write print the first number. It's up to you. The statement is up to you. Okay, so I have written here cout enter the first number. After writing this statement, now you have to enter the value. So where you will store the value? You will store the value in a variable. So cin object then a. Okay, I have already discussed cin is used for taking the variables or taking the values from the keyboard by the user, and cout is for displaying any result or displaying any statement. Okay, you remember this thing. Cout is for display, cin is for inputting, input value. Cout for out, cin for input. Okay, so the first value will be stored in a variable. Next again you write cout, enter the second variable. Now see, before writing enter, I have written \n. \n is used for new line. Okay, so this thing I will show you in the practical video. Now you just remember like this, \, enter the second number. Okay, so again you have to write cin for taking the value, and where you will store? You will store in the second variable, that is b. Okay, next again you take the third variable or third number, and that will be stored in your c variable. Okay, after taking all the values, now what is your function? You have to add the values. Now where you will add means where you will store the addition. You because already I have taken another variable, that is add, so I have written add is equal to a plus b plus c. See here, I have not written the values, I have written the variables. Why? Because this is my general program. For each and every values this program will work. Okay, if one is okay, later on I'll discuss. So add is equal to a plus b plus c. Your addition will be stored or result will be stored in add variable. Okay, now what function you have to do? Now you have to display the result. Where? What you have to display? Result. And where it is stored? In add variable. So cout addition of three numbers is equal to again extraction operator, then add variable. Okay, I have already discussed this thing. When you want to display any statement, that statements must be written within the double quotation mark, and variables only single variable you have to write. You don't use double quotation mark in variables. Okay, so after that you write get ch function, then bracket close. So this is your program for displaying the addition of any three integer numbers. Okay, now see, in this program I can take any variable. First time I can say I have given variable a, enter the first number, say I have given 7. Second number, enter the second number, say I have given 12. Again enter the third number, say I have given 8. So 7 plus 12 plus 8 is equal to whatever the value will get, that value will be stored in your add variable. Okay, maybe I did some mistake in the values, but don't mind, you can see in the practical videos.